A very good morning team. This is Amir Mustafa. Today's video will be a very interesting video, a new concept which we have recently implemented in our project, and we feel that this is worth knowing. This is graphically designing SQL database for application using Lucid Chart. If you are a software architect, lead, or a developer who deals with architecting complex database of applications, for example, if there is a requirement sheet given to us that okay, this document need to be created, and suppose let's say this is an e-commerce site, or example 2, this is an video site where we need to requirement sheet is with us. Now the next step that will come in our mind is which software we need to use, which database we need to use. Suppose software is done, finalized, database is finalized. The next step before actual development starts is architecturing the database, how table will be created, how they should be related, interrelated, then multiple things like user table, customer table, purchase order table, shipping table. So this can be a very complex table which can be done very easily using graphs. Graphically we will create graphical, will connect them relational and easily export it. So what is a Lucid chart? Lucid chart is a visual collaboration software. It is also termed as ERD, Entity Relational Database diagram. So mainly anywhere if we hear a word ERD, it means we are talking about relational database, SQL based database, and this is very easy to understand and implement. We should know why we are learning Lucid Chart. Lucid Chart is one of the latest software in the market, and it is used by most big companies, Fortune 500 companies like Google, Mobile, MSN, Microsoft. So this will be a very quick video. We will be creating database, and for that the first step is we go to here, click this, go to a sign in button. We need to do one login, sign up, email is asked, and we need to confirm the email and log into the database. Once we log into the database, we will enter into this site. Welcome. So this is our Lucid chart. So think why are we using Lucid chart? Think like, suppose if we have one application, suppose we are a developer now, if you have responsibility of one application, two application, max 3 application, then it's okay, we go to the database, we create manually with query, create customer table, create purchase order table, create shipping table. So for three application it is fine, but if you have responsibility of holding suppose 12 to 15 application under you, and we need to do quick in that point of time, this architecting database with this is very helpful. Anything which is graphical is very easy to understand and shared by the team. So mainly this is done by solutions architect. So let us create this database together. Once you are logged into this database, we are logged in the database, we see this dashboard, login sign. So this is Lucid. So for creating a new database, let's click new, Lucid chart, we click blank. We can also follow along this documentation. We recently used this in our project, and creating multiple applications with this software is very simpler and easy, and I think that's why it is mostly used. This supports all the SQL database: Postgres, MySQL, Server, SQL. So we can now see our dashboard. We have multiple things. Now with Lucid Chart, it is not just for database. We can create presentation, shapes, flowcharts, multiple things from here. For today, our focus is for creating database, architecturing the database and exporting into the database and creating the table. So for this, let's click search ERD, entity relational diagram, and we have it over here. So we need to create something, database. So if we see this one over here, we can take any example, but let us take this example. We'll be creating one customer table, one purchase order table, one product table. We'll also create relation between them, and finally once graphically this table will be created, we will export them. We will also use import in the database and create table. So this is ready. Now before starting the diagram, we'll just discuss quick overview of this 2-3 things. This is entity relationship. First, see, there are 4 ways in which we can create table. First one is field. So what is a field? Let's go to this one example. We know this already. Any column name such as first name, last name, address, pin code, those are the field which we show in the database. The column names are the field. The second terminology is key, whether it's a primary key, foreign key, etc. The third terminology is type. What type of data is it? Is it an integer, date, character varying, big int, anything? So now if we come over here, the first one is field. So if we drag and drop this one over here, we will get only field. Let me delete this. Delete. The second type is field, key and field. Third one is field and type. And finally the last one is key, field and type. So we'll be creating 3 tables. So let us, mostly we use, suppose we are designing the application, we use this one only. We have to specify the key, whether it's a primary key, it's a normal key, field, column name, and the type of the data, integer, character. And very easily it can be created. Now we have to write the name. Suppose this is a customer table. I'm just seeing the parameters we are creating. Table, okay, customer ID, first name, last name. Just picture this as the thing which you need in the table. So first one, we need to create a customer ID. That should be a primary key. We can write as full primary key. We can also write it in short, PK, primary key. Lucidchart understands this. Okay, let us write in full primary key. The next field is the name of the column, customer ID, and this is integer. Okay, if it is a regular key, suppose not a foreign key or primary key, we can remove it. No need to write it here. Based on the project, we can write first name, this should be character varying. Now when I first time we were writing, I'm thinking whether we should write character varying or int. In finally when we'll export it in the query, this will be printed. Think what you want in the query, first name as character varying or text. We will see in the end. Whatever we write over here, when we'll export it, in the query this will be printed character varying. So suppose if your query requires text, write it to text over here. First name, last name, character varying. Street, city, zip, phone. Now we need to add more rows. Right click, we can insert row above, below. Let us insert more rows below. Street, this is also character varying. Zip code, and finally last one is phone number. And let us keep phone number also as character varying, because then we can have 1 also plus 91. Suppose you want to duplicate this, just do Ctrl C Ctrl V, we get another duplicate, or you can drag another one from here to here. Second table is order, or this is also called purchase order. Normally in e-commerce we have customer, purchase order, and product which we are buying. We'll have more complex, but we're taking just simpler one so that we can create it, export and import in the database. So order number, customer ID, customer ID should be here. I know this is little time taking. We can skip a little bit forward to get this till these are finished. Order number, customer ID, order number, customer ID, customer name, customer name, to straight, to city to state. To city to state. But we can promise that if we will understand this quickly now, we'll always create using this editor only, because it saves a lots of time. Just typing this is a pain, that I can understand, but every time suppose you have given 5 applications, now design the database, then start developing on this, and creating using this will be very much simpler. Primary keys to state, I think we need to add more now. To zip ship date, 2 more need to add. Right click, first click this, then right click, insert row below, right click, insert row below. To zip ship date. Okay, zip code is a number, so we can write integer ship date. So think like in the query we have date format, so we can write date over there. Whatever we'll write this, that will export as a in the SQL. So we have a 2 table ready: customer, purchase order, and finally last one is this one. This is product. Okay, we can write pk as primary key, fk as foreign key, or we can also write in full. It is up to us. So what is the first field? Product ID, and this is integer. Quantity and product type. Quantity, we buy things from MSN. So product, we can buy more than one. Suppose we are buying a coffee, we can buy 2 coffee. And finally product type, it can be any type, like it's an electronics or some variant of the electronics. Quantity will be number, and this one is character varying. See, our first part of the diagram is done. Suppose there are 15 tables in this thing, that we need to go in the query, create one by one, create table, customer, add primary key, add foreign key, everything through query. Suppose 15 is also less, then consider there are 5 more application to do with 15-20 tables. So this will take time. So we have easily created 3 table with all the properties, everything written over here. So till now we have done first step of the Lucid chart, which is creating the table. The second step we will see, it is called relationships, understanding relationships. So okay, primary key we have written over there. Now what if suppose we want to add some relationship between the table? Suppose think like user, if we are buying something from MSN, and one order can have one product, one order can have more than one product. So for this, Lucid provides us this diagram. There are many things, many diagram, but the most one which is used is this one. One to many. Suppose one order can have many product. Zero to many. Zero order can means zero to many relationship, one to many relationship, many to many relationship. This can be done. Now how we can add it? It is very simple, just like this. Suppose see, normally this is a primary key, this is the, so we want to link this with this. So just click over here, or you can just click over here. You will need to connect the dots. It's that simple. Click the dots, and where we need to connect? Customer ID. We can write this name, customer PO, customer purchase order. Now this table is very short, but there should be some link between product and order also, or customer or product. There should be one product ID also over here, which product ID should link with this somewhere. More things we can add over there. So means what the key idea from this is, suppose there are big table, very big table. Suppose there is country, then country, and there are cities. Inside the cities, now there are other thing related. So one country will have, suppose say the country is India. So India can have many states, say Delhi, Ahmedabad. So we can click one to many relationship between one country can have many states. Now there is another case, like now suppose product ID is also here. So product ID should be connected with this product table. If customer is purchasing an order, then there should be one product over here, product ID. Okay, for now we have not given it. We can add it. Just click here, right click, insert row below. We can remove this. We can add product ID. This should be integer. Now this is total architecturing the database. It is up to us, it is up to the requirement how we want to design this. We want to make it a foreign key, we can write FK or in full foreign key. If we do not want to write foreign key, we can leave it. But if we want to connect both of them, how we can connect? Click over here, drag over here, connect it to what? Primary key. Now suppose we want, okay, this should be one to one only, or this should be one to one. This text is coming over here, one to one. It is up to us. Suppose if a requirement is no, one user can buy only one product, one at a time, because suppose some product is limited edition product, one user can buy only one product, so we can write one to one relationship. So it is a regular product, user can buy as many he can want, so one to many. If we do double click on this line, we get a beautiful, means we get write a naming convention. So we can write, what is this? This purchase order product. So basically if database, this table collection grows, so this label will help us to understand, okay, customer is connected with this is connected with this will help us. We can also color it, and lots of things can be done. and suppose now our table is ready. So two things we have done till now. First thing which we have done, we searched erd, we imported a diagram, and as per our requirement we created the table. Now once the table is created, we have linked the table, added the relationships as per the requirement of the project or the application. Next step is the third step. What is the third step? Third step is to export. Now see, for exporting it, there is entity relationship, okay. Next thing, suppose our database is created. Now we believe that it is created. The next step is we have to go over here, mark it as complete. Once we mark it as complete, Lucid understands, okay, this is done. We can again revert back, click file, save. Can name it anything, say practice diagram. Now we need to search see these things which we are seeing, because there are lots of things in the Postgres Lucid. We need to understand that ERD is a part of the Lucid chart, but other than that we have lots of things like organization chart, ERD. What we are doing, the database relationship is a part of ERD. See, suppose now our database is created, a customer we have created, this is linked with customer ID, product ID is linked with this product ID. Now suppose, now what we need to do, two things. Lucid chart, for this we need to export. We click export, and the best part of this software, this graphical concept is, this Lucid chart is that they provide exporting in all database, all SQL database. If you are a MySQL person, if you are using MySQL, you can just go here, see your query is ready. Let me copy paste in Visual Studio Code. We have created, so this might be 3 table, but a query is ready. Create table, primary key, foreign key, everything it is ready made. We just did the graphical and it generated query for us. Now if you want to do in Postgres, we have Postgres, SQL Server, Oracle SQL, Quickbase. Based on the database we have is the required any SQL database, it generates query for us. Okay, so now we have a database over here. What we'll do, the next step is to import it. You can choose any SQL database. For this, as I have Postgres, already opened it, pgadmin, so we'll be using the same. We'll be using pgadmin. So this is a Postgres. Suppose if you are, we have used MySQL, just wherever in the database we need to go and create database, go over here, right click, create database, click database, enter the name of your database, any database which you want to create. I will not be creating it over here because I have already created, but let me do it. Suppose test Lucid. Okay, this is now created. So what we need to do, see I have created already over here. What we need to do is we need to go over here, tables, anywhere in the database, say MySQL, we need to go to the editor only. We have the SQL, we need to just run the query. Where to, for Postgres we go to schema, table, right click on the table, query tool. So where we are going, what this did for us, it generated the query for us that we were talking about now, that we can write character varying, int, text, anything we can write. But one which, suppose we are using Postgres, so we have copied this one, we can paste this one, we can run. We already have it over here, I've run, just ran some time back. If you want to come over here, let's see all rows. Let me zoom it. So whatever we have written in the graph, now observe the graph. Customer ID, first name, last name, street, everything is created over here. Let's go to the purchase order. In order we have order number, customer ID, these field. We have it here, order number, customer ID, and similarly for product. So the key idea is that yes, of course this can be done from manually by writing the query from here, table query, or from models itself. So we can create a model from our language, programming language, and we can create it. But this tool is used, suppose when you have more than multiple applications which database, and this is we have created just 3 tables right now. Suppose we have one example, suppose over here, let me show this, suppose this one, this is a basics, any event which can happen in a school. So this is one basic table creation. Okay, we have event question. So this is a complex database. There can be more complexity to this table. Suppose there can be more tables to it, and they are interly connected. So So this is a primary key, this is a foreign key, this is a foreign key. Event question is a part of this question. So we can see that this multiple table are connected multiply. So in this point it will be very easier if we just do the export and we get the complete query over here as per our database requirement. Another important thing which it gives is as suppose I'm a new person in the team and I want to understand the table structure, how it is designed, how it is connected. So this we can share it to our teammate. This is a downloadable file. Downloadable means in PDF or image we can download it. Export PNG. So this can be downloaded and then yeah. So it will be easier to understand the team. So we can click it, download, and it will be downloaded. Yes, I think not forgetting any more concept. So these things we need to understand. We have created table, we have linked the table, we have exported the table, we have seen that we can export in any database, any SQL database. Now based on the database we have to open a database, we have to open the query tool editor where we can write SQL, paste it, run it. And one more thing which we need to understand is, suppose this is also a small table. Suppose there is a very big application which has more than suppose 30 tables, or I think more than large number of tables. So it will generate all the query at once. Sometime what happens now, due to this primary key, foreign key, some means foreign key error might come. So it's a good practice that what we write, we should copy paste and split. Suppose we go over here, this is a short table, just first go over here, copy like this, we go to our table. Which one we have done? This one we have done. We have created one test. Go over here in the schema, right click on the table, query tool. If we have different database, just open the query tool where we can write query. So this time we haven't copied the complete table at once, copy pasted the exported, we have segment of it and we can run it over here, paste, run. What happened? Syntax error. Okay, the syntax error is coming because this is a Postgres and we are exporting MySQL type. So suppose this one only will take Postgres. See, there is a syntax little minor difference which we have in Postgres and MySQL. Suppose first part we copy paste, come over here, backspace, paste, run. What happened? Create table customer. Okay, it is not getting pasted. It should be in double quotes. Why it is getting pasted like this? Yes. So copy, it didn't copy it properly. Postgres syntax is double quotes. MySQL syntax is this one. Any way we can write. So we have done this, run this, undetermined. Okay. Primary key. We are copying pasting from this one. Let me go to the one which we have created. See, these error will come. Why this will come? You need to understand that it will write the code for us. See, user defined, which we have written, this we have written. Whatever we'll write over there, see this one is the one which is created, fk, everything is written here. User defined, it is written based on our requirement. We can write, if we have written user requirement, user defined, there is no such term as user defined, so it is throwing error. For our case, suppose the first segment created was this one. If we go over here, this is the first one. Let us run this. It should run. Yes, error. This error was coming because there is no such term as user defined. That's why it's throwing error. And this might be for other database which accepts it. And likewise, we can create the second one, third one. We see that if we refresh, we have customer available now. So we have it in our new database, test Lucid. So this video might have took some time, but in the end, this is interesting. If we create one or two application with this, it will be very friendly, and creating multiple database, creating complex database through this graphical view is very helpful. And yeah, that's all for this video, team. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, do subscribe to this channel and share. Thank you, team. Thank you for having me here. Bye.